Here we are at Jazz and Lincoln Center for the Generations of Jazz Festival, and we are here with one of our young queens, Cecile McLorin Salvant. We're very honored and blessed to have you in our music today. Who are you performing with today at Dizzy's?
I'm going to be singing with Aaron Deal on the piano, Paul Sakivi on bass, and Rodney Green on drums.
A few months ago, we saw you with as a special guest with the Jazz and Lincoln Center Orchestra for their Best of Big Band. How different is it for you to sing with a big band and then also in a small situation with a trio like tonight? What differences does it make to how you perform and your voice?
Well, I try to kind of keep the same freedom that I would have with a trio when I perform with a big band, and try to improvise and do things in that setting. Because in a trio setting, you're a lot more free. You can, choose the repertoire, and the vocals are really featured. And in a big band gig, a lot of times you're in and out of backstage, kind of going on and off, and trying to really keep the intensity up, even though you're not, always on stage. Of course. So you always have to be immediately on. So it's a really good practice for when I get back to smaller things, or things that are really just me with my trio, because it really helps to kind of get that focus.
And how long have you been performing with these three gentlemen, Rodney Green and Paul Sakivi and Aaron Deal?
We've been performing for about a good part of this year. We started, I think our first concert was at the end of May, or maybe it was in April, I don't remember. Okay. But it's all 2012. So yeah. So
you've been performing and doing gigs, so there's a rapport that's
yeah. We're really kind of finding our sound. So it's really great when you find a good group of musicians that you can find a sound with. It's really it's very wonderful. Yeah. And
where were you born and raised? You were born...
I was born in Miami.
Miami, Florida.
Raised in Miami.
Raised in Miami.
By a Haitian father and a French mother.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And how did you first discover jazz music, or how did it discover you?
My mom listened to a lot of jazz when I was young.
Okay.
And she listened to a lot of the great singers. And even my grandfather used to listen to a lot of jazz. He loved Thelonious Monk. So we kind of had that all the time in the house. But I was more interested in classical voice at first. So I studied that before I got into singing jazz.
I see. And what age did you decide that you wanted to be a jazz musician, a jazz singer?
I decided that probably when I was about 19. Or 20. I started really singing and playing with a band when I was 18. Okay. So relatively late in the game, because some people just know when they're 10 years old that that's what they want to do. Took me a little bit more time to kind of get to it, but once I did, I got stuck. So.
Well, one thing about you is that you're very unique. You have a deep sense of clarity in your voice, and a profound kind of deep resonance that really cuts through the music whenever you're singing with musicians. Who for you were the female vocalists that inspired you to get your sound?
I would say big inspiration is Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, Abby Lincoln, Ethel Waters, Bessie Smith, Valida Snow, Babs Gonzalez, Louis Armstrong, of course,
Pops.
Ella. All those people influenced me in different ways.
In different ways.
So different.
They're so different.
Carmen McRae, I almost
McRae.
forgot.
Oh yeah,
was a huge influence.
Why was she a huge influence?
Because of the treatment of the text and of really feeling to the core what lyrics you're saying and trying to bring something to them. Shirley Horn also.
Shirley Horn, yeah.
For that kind of ironic treatment of the lyrics too, and just I mean, Shirley Horn is, I could talk for hours. There's a lot about Shirley Horn, but all of those singers really influenced me in different ways.
I see. And Do you feel that there are many jazz singers today, young, performing now? You know, do you feel that when you going out, do you see many jazz?
I don't see many, but there are definitely some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
The two other singers that I know and that I had, you know, the honor of being able to jam with and talk with about the music, Sharonay and Brianna.
Shawnee Wade and Brianna Thomas, two wonderful, great vocalists.
Those are two really, really great vocalists. So there are still some people out there, definitely.
Well, we thank you for being you, and we just we're going to look and continue with amazement of what you're going to grow and develop into. And we wish you a very wonderful gig for tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay.